Hello, everybody. I am Eve the Empath, your spiritual transformational specialist, and I am here to affirm your intrinsic value as you journey through your past traumas and prepare to learn more about your soul. Welcome in. Hello, Big Kev. What's going on? It's so good to see you. Hello, Rosie Cleo. Cyrose joined. Thank you. 501. All right. Emily, how are you? Good to see you. Whitney, thank you for being here. Hello. How are you? And if you are new here, go ahead and drop your sign. Let us know where you're from. Grand Rising, everybody. Hello, Jennifer. How are you? Welcome in, darling. Shaniqua Perkins, welcome. How are you? If you are new here, go ahead and drop your sign. Let us know where you are from. If you were a newbie and you've never been on this live, please drop your sign. What sign are you? And where are you from? Hello, is it Heavy the Cutie? What's up? Deaf by Design. Okay, hello, Yolanda. So good to see you. Y'all know what it is, right? I believe this is the week that we have oracle readings. Let me double check. Oracle readings coming up. Who FaceTime me? Oh, that was L. Yes, indeed. Saturday is the 2nd. So March 2nd is on Saturday. So you better get there early because you know how long them things take. Oracle readings for subscriber only oracle readings on Saturday. I'm so excited. I will be holding space. I have a little special going on this week. 2222 in honor of my beautiful sunshine, the goddess. I will be doing some readings. So this week and this week only, I will be doing 2222 readings. I started doing tarot. Can you tell me if I read my sister right? Holly, I wouldn't know if you read your sister right, sweetheart. Like, tarot is a great divination tool. It's a beautiful divination tool. I think that we have to learn its place and just be in the moment. Oh, I'm not doing yes or no's. This is a general readings today. So thank you for being here, Holly. So glad to have you. Can you tell me something about Taurus? What do you want to know about Taurus? Taurus is an earth sign. Yeah, I'm doing general readings. You're welcome to stay. Hi, Nini. Welcome. If you are new here, go ahead and drop your sign. Drop your sign. Drop your sign. Let us know where you're from. Drop your sign. Let me know where you're from. We're gonna be running from the Ethereal deck today. I'm gonna pull from the Moonology deck today, and we're gonna be doing the Divine Abundance deck today. It's Moon Day. I hope you guys released this weekend. Why? Because it was a full moon, a great time to release and set the seeds for new intentions going forward. Hello, Virgo. Zaria from South Carolina. That's what's up, South Carolina. How can I stop it from getting me when family say divination? Hold on. How can I stop it from getting to me when my family... I wish I was still doing the 4 agreements, Miss Yolanda. Anybody here who missed the 4 agreements class? Miss Yolanda, you need the 4 agreements. One, the biggest thing in the 4 agreements is it tells you don't take things personal. You know, as a person who grew up as a Christian, in the church, a lot of the things that we were taught by a man, right? And the Bible is interpreted by man, but the scripture says to study the word. It says study the word for yourself. It also says that the word was written on your heart. So when people come to you, prayer is divination. When people tell you need to be in your prayer closet every day, it's divination. But what you do is really not their business. And so how you live your life is your life's path. If you choose a path and it leads you somewhere, that's your life's path. It doesn't matter because you're the only one that's responsible for your life. Only you. And we as humans want to try to control and manipulate everyone's life. And I'm guilty of that as well, because as a parent, I wanted to control my children. And what that creates is people who hide and steer away from you. You move away from people, and it makes you feel isolated. But the 4 agreements is that would be the first thing that I would start with, because again, you learn to not take things personal, and you learn that the reason that we live the way we live is it's intentional. Everything is with intention. Hey, Miss Sue. Virgo from, okay, Miss Sarah. Julia is here. Hi, Julia. Is that Julie? Aries, Logan the dog. Okay, Philadelphia Taurus, welcome. Scriptures against me, it kind of throws me off. It only because you take it personal. You take it as a personal attack. It's not. That's a mindset that they're in, and that's the okay. They can be where they are. They can be where they are. It's like you don't have to prove to them, and they don't have to prove to you. And it's when you can get comfortable in that space, knowing that your choices are okay for you, you can shed that fear of losing them, because they're afraid, and fear is a mother sucker. You know, that's how fear is how we learn to hate one another. It's fear. You know, it's not anything other than fear that teaches people to hate one another. It's fear that keeps us separated, and that's intentional, because if I can keep you separate, you can't rise up against me, right? It's just like corporation. At the beginning, you have your base workers, right? And your base workers are just doing basic things, and as you get to become supervisors and leaders, they tell you just a little bit more, and it gives you this feeling of superiority, right? And so now you're creating these differences. I'm over you, I'm superior to you, and you're under me, and you have to serve me, right? Well, as long as you keep people separate, it gives an illusion of inferiority. I wouldn't stress too much about it. Hey, Anne-Marie. Margie Jack, welcome. So good to see you. Takia! It's so good to see everybody. Thank you for the love. Hello, Queen Namaste. Hey, what's going on? What's going on? Hey, Free Spirit K, how you doing? Hello, Sarah J, welcome. Virgo from Illinois. If you are here, hello, Miss Laura. How are you today? I'm glad you finally made the live again. It's so good to see you. We're going to get started because, you know, I want to make sure we on time. We're in time. I haven't been here in so long. Hi, Cassie. It's okay. Everything has its time. And I want to tell you guys, thank you for coming back when I be MIA, because I was out Wednesday and Friday. Wednesday, I was preparing for work because I was going to be traveling Thursday and Friday, Saturday and Sunday. And so I wasn't going to really have the time. And I forgot to pack my charger for my iPhone. So I didn't go get a new charger until Friday morning, but it was already after the time of the live. So I apologize to you guys for being late. I know, you know, it's just, I feel like it's a little unprofessional, especially when you wake up to the live and you come and support me daily, or, you know, the days that I'm here. So again, I want to let you know that I appreciate you. I'm so grateful for you. I appreciate the mornings that you share with me, the risings that you share with me. I'm grateful for every person who subscribes to my channel, and even if you don't subscribe, if you just follow, I'm grateful for your follow. If you follow me on YouTube and Instagram, I'm grateful for you over there as well. And as I continue to grow, I hope you guys grow with me. As I learn, I hope you learn with me. That's really my intention. So your path is coming up, and your path says, dear Lord, help me trust that there's a plan far beyond what I can see through my fears and illusions. I feel like that's so fitting, especially when it comes to us as humans, and even with specifically Yolanda, what she's going through. Fear keeps us stuck, right? Mary, oh, hi, Mary. I'm not doing individual questions today. Fear is a blanket. It's a blanket term. And what Spirit has showed me last week when I was working through some things is that sometimes what looks like fear isn't. Sometimes you have to label the fear so that you could really get, because you know how like we say, oh, I don't do this because I'm in fear. I'm in fear. I'm in fear. My general readings, if you're looking for general readings, that's what we're going to do. General readings are coming up shortly. Individual readings are 40, they start at 44.44. But this week I am running specials all week in honor of my beautiful Sunshine the Goddess, who had her first concert on 2/2/2. So I am running a 22/22 special this week. I'm only taking 4 people per day for that special. So first come, first serve, 22/22. You must inbox me. I will not inbox you. So if somebody inbox you and say, oh, it's 22/22, it's not me. I will not. I will not inbox you. But you must inbox me. All right. So in honor of my beautiful Sunshine the Goddess, 22/22. I'm doing them today, tomorrow, Thursday, and Friday. 22/22. I'm taking the first 4 people. Yeah, four people. The first 4 people who sign up per day. And I'm not doing them on Wednesday. Let's get it, y'all. Who we doing first? Who we doing first? Hello, Darlene. Tracy. Taurus energy. Let's see. All right, perfect. I will see you on Friday. Earth signs. Let's go. Earth signs, let's go. Unfortunately, y'all, my little book that I have with the questions, you know how I do the questions every day? I don't have the questions, so we're going to have to go traditional tarot style today. Hey, Nissan, how are you? Hello, Darlene. Welcome. Erica, the Enchanted Aries. Hello. Fire sign energy. Let's go. Earth signs, let's go. Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. Let's go. Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. Hello, Brittany. Hello, Darcy. Did I speak to you, Marley? Hey, Marley. Nothing, Darlene. We just getting started. Let's go. Earth signs, let's go. 8 of Swords coming through first and foremost. For your best and highest good. First card out the deck when it comes to what's happening for you this week. For your best and highest good. What I'm seeing straight away is that it's a time for you to get out your head. I feel like there's a lot of ruminating thoughts going on here. I feel like it's so interesting because they're showing me 2 different images. So for some of you guys, there could be some maybe worry about getting pregnant, right? Like a baby, or maybe you're a first-time mom or a new mom, and there's this worry or fear about how things are flowing in your life. How you're gonna work, how you're gonna care for this child. The others of you, I'm seeing money. I'm seeing that there's you're holding on to a need for money. Now, the 8 of Swords traditionally is a card about being stuck, like being in your head, being in it's like being constrained by your own doing and not realizing that I have the ability to really get out of the situation that I'm in. I've heard people talk about how loosely the ropes are tied, and they really are, and how I'm blindfolded. But at any given moment, I can I can free myself from the ropes, and I can take the blinders off so that I can see. Here with the 5 of Pentacles, this card is giving me, again, that baby energy, that nurture energy. Some of you guys maybe finding that it's a little bit difficult. If you're dealing with a fire sign specifically, or perhaps you could have somebody in your life that's a little bit more arrogant. Hello, Gwyneth. Hello, Paulette. Essentially yours. If I didn't speak to you, hello, sweetheart. Thank you for being here. Now, when I look at your 5 of Pentacles here, when I'm looking at your 5, especially with this 8 of Swords and this 5 of Pentacles, again, it's still giving me this feeling of maybe there's I don't feel secure in the way I care for my kids or my children. I don't feel secure nurturing, or I need to provide a little bit more nurture with these children. But traditionally, the 5 of Pentacles is a card where I feel like I don't have enough. It's a card where I'm struggling financially, lacking. I could also be having some physical issues or signs. So some of you guys could be feeling like there's some ailments coming in, and perhaps you don't necessarily see how you're gonna heal from them. Maybe you have someone again in your corner or in your life that doesn't feel as supportive. The King of Wands in reverse can be somebody that's extremely arrogant, somebody who is very brash. It's masculine energy, so you could be dealing with a man or maybe a boss or supervisor. Perhaps you're not feeling supported financially, and these are all thoughts. Part of these are the way you think. Some of this could be actual physical manifestations. Hey, Jessie May. Thank you for renewing your subscription. I'm so grateful. We're going to be having oracle readings on Saturday. So first come, y'all, you know how I go up in there. It get long and tedious. I'm seeing that it's time for you to look at things from a different perspective, outside the box, thinking for solutions. With the look at the bigger picture here, it's showing me that things that you're thinking or seeing are not necessarily, it's the way you see or perceive the thing that has you in this space. And even if financially you're dealing with some troubles, I see that there are opportunities there, but you may not be seeing those opportunities. Hello, Krista. Okay, so we got change coming in for you as well. It's time for you to release the ego. So there's, again, some fear coming in. Hey, peace. It's so good to see you, Adriana. If you are new here, go ahead and drop your sign. Let us know where you're from. If you are new here, drop your sign. Let us know where you're from. With the change card, there's a big transformation happening in your life. And a lot of that could be with your children. It could also be with your job and finances. It could feel like you're losing. It could feel like you're losing your mind. And for some of you, it could feel like I need to change homes. Like I have to move out of my place. Financially, I feel like I'm in ruin. But a lot of this, thank you so much, Jessie. Leo, Michigan, welcome. A lot of this is either self-imposed or self-taught. Now, when it comes to the children, maybe you're repeating patterns from the family, like reliving the same family or familiar trauma experiences by the way that you express yourself to your children. And for some of you, you're experiencing especially with the finances, that maybe you overspend or you're buying things that you don't need, and maybe you've run up some credit card debt, or maybe you've run up maybe right now it just feels like things are really constrained. But I'm seeing that there is a way out. A lot of you guys could also be your own inner critic, is what I'm seeing. Like some of you with this King of Wands in reverse, some of you guys are really hard on yourself. It's not necessarily that someone is actually hard on you, but you could be hard on yourself. And I'm saying, like, look at the big picture. Things are not as bad as they seem. And if you start to operate in a place of gratitude, is what I'm seeing. If you start to operate in a place of gratitude, then you'll start to see that things are actually changing for the better for you. Okay. Hello, Becky with the good hair. Hello, Loving Me More. I'm seeing that a lot of you guys don't necessarily operate in a space of gratitude. Thank you for sharing out the live tonight. I am grateful. And there's some big changes coming through. Now, if there is a transition when it comes to work, don't be worryful. Okay. I don't want you to worry when it comes to work. Give me clarity on this work or financial situation. What is the timeline or energy surrounding this, please? What is the energy surrounding this? Thank you. Be easy, guys. Just allow things to come in with ease. And I say that because if there's transition with work, like if they're cutting back workforce or any of those things, or maybe if you... I'll finna drop that F-bomb, y'all. Even if you've made a mistake at work and they're saying to you, we're going to terminate your position, it's not the end of the world, okay? Look at the bigger picture. And I say that, oh my God, thank you, Spirit. I say that because I remember in 2018, I used to work for a really big financial institution, one of the top 3 big banks I used to work for. And while I was working there, I experienced so much turmoil in my working environment. I had to deal with sexism. I had to deal with racism. And these are things that I had normally never really experienced in the workplace. And if I had, I was really oblivious to it. I have been having moments of gratitude all week and just feeling, ooh, I love that. Ooh, yes. I had a lot of experiences where I had expectations of people to do things that were outside of their own comfort zone for me, because I felt like it was the right thing. Now, what's the right thing for you and what's the right thing for somebody else is two different things, and we can't live our life based on what somebody else feels is right. Hello, Amber. And what I mean by that is the environment was very much shark-like. I worked in a place where we were compensated by our sales goals. And so whenever you hit your numbers, you know, you get paid out. So there was always that competition. There was always that underhanded, I don't care if that's your client, I don't care if that's somebody you're managing, I'm going to steal this sale from you. It was always like that. And it was very daunting. It was draining because it wasn't the kind of environment that I really was, it didn't feel safe to me. You know what I mean? It was not safe. Hello, Grand Rising. Grand Rising NJ. Thank you, Brittany Witch. Now, with that being said, it took me a minute to and physically my body suffered. Okay. So remember, we talk about this often, that your external experiences are reflections of your internal experiences. So if at that moment, and as I was starting to really awaken, I had started having conversations with myself like, okay, why is Jacob in my life this way? Yeah, I had a Jacob in my life, and Jacob used to get on my fucking nerves. Like, I dropped the F-bomb. Jacob was so disrespectful. And when I went to Human Resources, which, by the way, Human Resources is not your friend. Human Resources works for the company. Let me say that again. They are company oriented first. When I went to Human Resources about the harassment that I was experiencing, they told me, and I quote, Jacob has been a manager for 20 years. I can't believe he would tell your personal business to your colleagues. I said, I have proof. And you know what they told me? That, well, we heard you talking to one of your colleagues about what was going on with you. And I ain't talked to the other one about it. I had the right to talk to whoever I want to talk to. But there were certain things that I never talked to anybody about. And when I approached HR, so then, you know, anytime you report a manager to HR, it's like, they waiting for you, target, right? That was the mindset I was in. And I want you to understand that even that comes from me, limiting beliefs, right? Now I work in the spirit. If I have any conflict about anything, I literally go in the spirit. If I want to raise, I don't go to a manager. I go to spirit. I write it down. I literally write it down and say, okay, this is where I want to go. And I go where I'm comfortable, if that makes sense. I don't try to go manifest, you know, $125,000 a year because I'm not comfortable. My mindset isn't there. I'm not going to lie to you and be like, oh, I have a $1 million mindset. No, I fucking don't. Not yet. I'm getting there. And as I continue to weed out the things that are no longer weighing me down, then my mindset about abundance increases. And what I realized is that my mindset surrounding abundance doesn't have anything to do with the amount of money that I make, but how efficiently I can use the money that I have and the way the money comes in. Meaning, I'm not tied to one source that the universe sends me. I have multiple sources of income that the universe sends me. And in each one of those sources, it could be dinner with a friend. It could be somebody has property and they want to give it to me. Like, I am open to all the ways that the universe wants to bring it to me, instead of limiting to a real job and saying, okay, company, pay me this so I can have X, Y, Z. And as I start to, and I'm telling you, it works, because when I was transitioning from one role to another, I wrote it down. I said, this is what I want. I didn't even add none of the extra. I'm like, this is what I desire. I don't want to do all this. I don't want to do all that. And the universe showed up for me. I put a number on paper and I didn't even have to negotiate. They sent me the contract and the number was there. I don't fight with people like that no more. But it took me a long time to get there, which is why I am here. You understand? I'm not just here for tarot. I love tarot. That's my favorite. Because divination practices have taught me how to trust. And I'm still learning areas where I need trust. So when I was dealing with Jacob, I didn't trust the universe to move him out my life. I was like, I'm going to fight because that's the only, I'm a Leo. I'm from the streets. I'm a Leo from the streets. I may not sound like it, but I get down. I remember telling my dude I will beat his ass, and I meant that. And I know you could feel that energy transfer when I said it, because that's how he was like, babe, you can't fight this man. I said, I don't give a F. I'm finna beat his ass. And that's how angry I was. She said, I journaled for the new moon Friday and made sure I wrote things down I was ready for. You can even write down things that you're not ready for, because we're on earth signs. Because even if you're not ready for it, you could become a vibrational match to it. Write it down. Write it down. Yes. So what I'm seeing here is right now for my earth signs. Let me reel it back. I don't went left. Let me reel it back. This is what's stopping you. This is your hard stop. It's not the outside. It's not the outside experience, circumstances that's stopping you. It's the internal. And that's what I had to learn. It's the external. The external is showing up to show me where I need to make adjustments internally. And by having this practice, by doing tarot, I actually learned how to quiet myself and listen for advice and listen for wisdom. And it shows up in so many places. So it can show up for you as well. And that's what Spirit is saying to you. Hey, yes, some things are happening. Some changes are going on around you. There might be some circumstances where people is really disrespectful to you, right? King of Wands in reverse. This person is like arrogant. Like it's very authoritative. And maybe this is you too. You could be acting this way to other people, which is why you in this situation. You all in your head because you don't know how to talk to people. Communication is key for you right now. And it's tied to your finances and your creativity. You understand? And how you manage your children, because they keep showing me this baby. So be open to change and be easy with yourself here, okay? It's easy for me to receive. It's easy for me to receive. It's easy for me to receive. That's what the card says. It's easy for me to receive. It's easy for me to receive. It's easy for me to receive. How beautiful is that? Thank you, Mona. How beautiful is that? Like, can you imagine? Like, there's this card in the deck, and it said, if you had nothing opposing your desire. Hey, Sheridan, how are you? If you had nothing opposing your desires, and whatever you asked for could show up in your life, what would you ask for? What would you then say, I'm a vibrational match to? Like, if you have a range, like if you're looking for a job, and your range is $35 an hour to $50 an hour, you're ready for the $35 an hour. And I'm going to tell you why. Because you gave a range. You won't take anything less than $35 an hour. So that's where you're consciously safe. I'm consciously safe at $35 an hour, but I really want the universe to bring me to 50. Now, can the universe bring me to 50? Yes, if you can believe that the 50 can exist in your realm. It's nothing stopping you from having it. You understand? There's nothing because you're already getting what you say. You're already getting what you say, what you think, what you feel. I feel like I deserve this because. Well, did you? Who made you believe that? Is that a limiting belief? Let's rewind that. Let's go back. It is easy for you to receive. Thank you, Spirit. Look at the big picture. Look outside of yourself. You know, ask the universe for solutions that you can see and recognize easy. Universe, allow me to have solutions that I can see and recognize easy. You don't want to be trying to decode shit. Nobody got time for that. Oh, I got the 444 with the 666. Oh, when you add that together, that's 10, 10, 10. That means I'm having success. No, ain't nobody got time for that. Give me solutions that are easy for me to understand. You don't think your higher self will work with you? Your higher self wants you to come. Like, they want you to be at ease and receive. You know what I'm saying? Come on, guys. You got this. You got this. Get out your head. Let's go. Who we doing next? Who we doing next? My complicated tail be doing that too. I be like, look, ain't nobody got time. This is what this means for me. This is what this means for these. So when this show up, I'm like, okay, I need to make adjustments. Okay, this right here. Why? Because it's my fucking life. Why can't I tell it how to work for me? Like, did you realize that? It's your life. You get to tell it how to work for you. Like, I'm not being sarcastic. Spirit has been on me about arrogance, and I'm like, dang, I don't even be feeling prideful. But I do see that I have to be mindful of the way I communicate and my intentions when I'm putting things out there. You know what I'm saying? So let me see who we doing next. My bad. Who was first? We just did Earth Signs, BB412. We just did Earth Signs. So we currently on fire. Queen Namaste came in with the fire signs right above Loving Me More. Let's get it. Fire signs, let's go. Earth and fire. Earth, wind, fire. We gonna do water last. Wendy, guys, she can't come in. So we gonna do water last. Fire sign, sun, moon, rising. Look at this. The moon in reverse is popping out. Like, she just came out reverse. You know, some of you guys may not be trusting your intuition. I'm gonna just go ahead and leave her here because she's here. The moon in reverse. Some of you guys may be in the dark or intentionally. You said, Air, I don't see it, baby. I didn't even see it, but yours didn't come in first. How you doing, sweetheart? I feel the need to blast out Essentially Yours and Free Spirit K because both of them are my herb ladies for different reasons. Free Spirit K makes sacred smoke blends. So for those of you who enjoy the art of inhaling your herbs, Free Spirit K has some teas and some smokable blends so that you can reach higher levels of consciousness if you struggle with meditation. And Essentially Yours is just, she is the herb goat, okay? Can you say herb goat? Herb goat. What'd you say? To keep you then there, do this behavior. I don't know what she was saying, sweetheart. I was waiting for someone to change who has shown me to keep you. They will say what you want to hear. What? I don't understand, sweetheart. I am not doing individual yes and no questions today. Personal reading started at 44.44, but this week I am. Oh. If you would like a personal reading, they're 22.22 this week only. I'm taking the first four. The first four, you have to inbox me for that. After going to the flea market and seeing a lot of herbs, some I've never heard of, I was in heaven. I imagine. What do I see when you see me? I can tell you what the name Marie means to me. That'll probably be a better thing if you ask me. When I see the name Marie, I think about tradition. Someone who is not necessarily open to change. Very traditional. Has a hard time. Hey, sweetheart. Has a hard time releasing traditions from the past. When I see the name Marie, I also see somebody who is very passionate and loving about other people. When I see the name Marie, I also give someone who has a very prudish type personality, but secretly wants to be wild. So like there's that conflict on the inside, but you don't want the world to see, right? But very, very loving and kind. So what I'm seeing for these fire signs, thank you for giving me clarity for my fire signs. What is it that they need to know most for their best and highest good? I'm going to sit this here. Huh? Not yet. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, some of you got, oh wow, I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. I know it looks really junky.
No, I thought you was going to use it.
The printer?
The shelf.
I am. I just haven't finished yet. Oh. I have to move this stuff over So I can. Somebody just came in here with a shoulder issue, y'all. My shoulder literally just popped. Right shoulder. That's random. I don't know if somebody slept bad or somebody pulled. Oh my God, pulled a muscle or what? But that shit hurt. I don't know who that is. It feels very painful, like sore in the rotator cuff or something like that. Rotator cuff. Hey, the nice one. Right side. Yeah, this is my right side. It feel like a shoulder. Dang, that was random. Yeah, somebody like it feels like you're having a hard time lifting. I don't know. I don't know what you did. Nine of Swords in reverse here is a really good omen for me. It means that you're coming out your head. Something that has once is constant. Really, I'm sorry. Let's send you some healing energy. Okay. Let's take a quick pause. And we are currently on fire signs. Yes. I'm also getting somebody who has a lot of stress. They're showing me the stress like going all the way from the head all the way down. So something is really heavy on your head. It's funny because for the fire signs, you're coming out of this. Hey, Paulette. Empress NH, hello. How are you? Currently on fire signs. We can do some healing energy here. This is the golden healer, by the way. And even though it heals energetically, it's a healing crystal, so why not? So let's just send a little healing energy. Y'all put some healing energy in the chat for Anne Marie, please. And for the nice one, send that loving energy. We're going to call on, I'm hearing violet flame. So violet flame energy, just go ahead and imagine that purple, beautiful violet flame coming in. And if you have a hard time with your imagination, just imagine seeing a flame, literally seeing the flame. Focus on the flame. Make sure you see the violet color in it. Just hold that space and allow that healing to come through. Okay. Healing energy, healing energy, healing energy. Somebody twin flame. Somebody is inquiring about a twin flame. They're showing me twin flame. Don't do it. That is one of the most toxic connections. Oh my God, no. Okay. Here we go. It feels like you may have a little bump there, like a little nodule or a little bump there that you might not be aware of is what I'm feeling. Okay. I know this reading just went off the rails, y'all. A little, yeah, they're showing me a little nodule, like a little bump there. Okay. Get you some castor oil and massage your arm every day. Okay. That's what I'm gonna tell you. I'm not a doctor. I'm not. I'm gonna tell you 100% I'm not a doctor, but I'm gonna tell you to go ahead and get that. Okay. Also, you can. It's another herb that was gonna tell me it's not the lotus. It's another herb that you can chew. It's a bitter. Where is she? Okay, what is that herb that take away for pain? What's that herb? The one that numbs the pain. I know it's not the dream herb, and I know I'm not talking about blue lotus. It's another one. Yeah, castor oil. Wild lettuce. No, not soursop. Soursop is for white blood cells, and that not that one. That one, that's a major immune system. No, this one is to numb pain. It's a okay. What is that? You used to put it in one of your blends. It's in it, and you made it to be a sedative. I can. It's like I can feel it, but I can't name it. Let's move on. 3 of Wands. Some of you guys are moving away from something that has really been curcumin. Oh, curcumin is really good for pain. Thank you so much, Mona. Curcumin is really good. I'm not sure about lettuce leaf. You said lettuce leaf, but I'm not going to doubt you because I'm not the herbologist here. I'm not the herbalist here. So with that being said, if you guys have content that is relative, please share in the chat. I'm always open and grateful for it. Something, again, coming out of your head, a decision, something that you needed to make a decision on is really coming into fruition for you right now. Hello, sweetheart. It's good to see you. The Three of Wands, you were looking back at some things. I'm seeing that you're moving out of that space. I'm really grateful. The Nine of Pentacles typically is a card where, the Nine of Swords is a card where you're typically like dealing with some sort of fear, depression. But right now your perception is being shifted. Your perception, you're recovering, you're moving out of this space. It's also a time where things will start being revealed. Now, for me, remember the card that popped out, it was just here, was the Moon in reverse. And this card talks about things that are hidden, right? Secrets. The Moon in reverse also talks about, hold on. I'm going to go back in here and give it to you from this perspective. The Moon in reverse also talks about things that are frustrating, confusion, unhappiness, and disbelief. So there is definitely somebody or something that has been causing you a lot of like in the past, sleepless nights and just confusion, right? This could be somebody who is like narcissistic, has a narcissistic personality, somebody who likes to gaslight. This could even be you with yourself, right? You may talk yourself out of things like, I know that I'm supposed to XYZ, I'm supposed to be on this regimen, but you beat yourself up about it because you self-sabotage. This is a very strong self-sabotaging energy. I see you coming out of that, okay? I'm seeing that you have taken a look one more time in the past. You're still looking back, but from that look back, I've consciously made a decision to let that go, if that makes sense. I've consciously made a decision. So things that were hidden from me before, and let me show you, there's three cards where things were, there are three cards where you're really in this space. And this is the one in the reverse. So this is that main card that comes out for me. This card here, hey Deborah. The Moon in reverse was the one that just kind of showed itself. But this is what showed up for you guys. You're coming out of this space. And then here it is where normally your eyes, you're confused. You can't see. You're not able to receive. You're coming out of that space as well. And I really like that for you. With the Three of Wands in reverse, you're looking back. So there could be some things that you're still like maybe questioning or maybe considering, and it could have something to do with this moon. It could be, you could have been dealing with somebody who has Cancer, heavy Cancer placement, sun, moon, rising. It could also be a new Cancer or somebody who has an intention to hide things, to be deceitful. And I feel like you're like, no, I'm not on that anymore. I haven't done water yet. I haven't done water or air yet. You talking to her? All right. All right. So is it? Yeah. Look at that. Surrender is here. I really love it. Did you see it? Hold on. Let me see. Willow bark is good for pain, but if you're allergic to aspirin, don't take it. Don't take it. So there's a surrendering energy here, and I'm a fire sign, y'all, and I've been getting this for a while. Surrender, 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 surrender. So what I would like you to do is to really go into your mind's eye or to examine your life, and it doesn't have to be long and drawn out. Like a lot of times, thank you, Anne-Marie, a lot of times we feel like we have to make this shit over complicated. It doesn't have to be, okay? What you're experiencing feels complicated, but a lot of the reasons that it feels complicated is because of the way we think about things. It's the way our mind works, right? And that a lot of that happens because of the programs that we run, right? The frequency that we sit in, right? And I want you to imagine yourself like a TV, right? You're a TV. See yourself as a TV. What channel am I going to turn on today? You understand? When I turn on that channel, that's the messaging I'm receiving. When I turn on that channel, that's what I'm listening to. When I turn on this channel, I'm listening to something different. When I turn on this channel, I'm listening to something different. You could be a radio station. It doesn't matter. Whatever you choose, whatever receives signals. You understand? So when you get into this space, you can just literally say, okay, let me examine my life by listening. What am I listening to? Last week, I was doing an exercise, and I've taken a couple of my clients through this exercise. And what it was a dominating voice speaking to me. And I ain't gonna lie, I was a little embarrassed that this came up. It was jealousy. I was like, jealousy? But you know how I knew? Because I had too many people in my inner circle that were showing me jealousy. It was subtle, you know? And how it showed up, let me tell you, the way it shows up is not the way you think. The way it showed up for me was, I wish I had. I wish I had. I could be on TikTok and somebody got a gift and I'm like, ooh, I wish I had that. Then when I realized I was in that space, right? I said, well, Spirit, where does this come from? Scarcity. It's a scarcity mindset. So if you've ever grown or lived in a time in your life, like maybe financially, emotionally, you were deprived of something or you felt deprived, because it's what we feel and experience that shapes our thoughts. So if you feel like, and I grew up poor, I grew up where we didn't have financial resources that could afford everything that I thought I wanted. I had everything I needed, but I was looking for more. And that's another program, consumerism. Consumerism is a program where you're constantly looking for more. Can I get this? I need this. I gotta have it. Oh, I need this. Before I can work out, I gotta have the cute little tops and the little tights that show my ass, make me look fat, like a big fat ass, and I'm working out. Ugh. You don't need that. You go put on a raggedy shirt and some bottoms and get out there and get it, right? But your mind will tell you, I need what? That's a lack of gratitude, because it's saying, I don't have enough. Scarcity. And so for me, it was showing up. That's how that scarcity showed up in jealousy, by looking at the little things that people were doing. Like, I'm like, ooh, I'm going to do that too. I'm going to do that. And the universe said to me, I have more than enough. You might live in a small town, right? You could live in a town that has maybe 30,000 people. And you're seeing the same people. So it might look like I don't have a strong selection of partners to go through, right? But there's a neighboring town, and there's a neighboring town, and a neighboring town. I wear a huge sweatshirt and pants. No need for all that at the gym, right? But it's the little things that our mind will tell us. So you're coming out of this space, and I'm so grateful. Surrender. Surrender to the things that keep you in bondage, right? Which thoughts are you bound to? Fire signs. Which things are you holding on to so strongly that you don't want to release? That was a great time to do it. We just had a full moon in Virgo. Guess what? It was a perfect time to release the need for perfection, because Virgo asked me perfecting the perfection, right? Oh, doesn't that feel good? You know how you get a release when you get a massage and those muscles was all tight, and when they're done, you're like, oh, that's what release, that's what surrender feels like. It's like the weight is lifted off my shoulders. Look at that. So, Anne-Marie, asking yourself, is there something that I need to release? That would be a great thing. For the rest of my fire signs, there's something that you're looking back in the past, right? And that thing might not be the thing that you're looking at. It could be financial. It's what holds you back from time to time. I have a Virgo placement in Pluto, and my mom is a Virgo. Wow. My mom is a Virgo too. Having a Virgo as a mom is a very interesting thing, because a Virgo mother will critique you for everything. Like, I remember one time my mama said to me, she found something that she's really good at, having kids. I was like, what? That shit hurt my feelings. I'm like, because I had 3 kids, I found something I'm good at? Like, that really hurt my feelings. Your daughter is a Virgo. A Virgo dad is controlling. My dad a Virgo and very critical. It's that Virgo energy, but they're also critical of themselves. Because remember, whatever is showing up on your external world is also showing up in your internal world. So if a Virgo is critical of you, can you imagine how they talk to themselves? Their sense of humor is hilarious. My mama funny. Like, I was just telling somebody how I was dating this dude, and he was short. I never talked to short men, but I'm a short woman. and she played this song called Short People for him. She's like, I got a song for your guy, and it was called Short People, and it was like, short people got short. I was like, Mama. She was like, do he need a chair to get in the cabinet? She's so disrespectful. She say, I'm a Virgo mom, and I try so hard to treat him how I treat myself. But if you treat yourself rough, that's not always good. She did. She laughed so hard. My mom was laughing hard. So with that being said, right now there's some adjustments that need to be made for you guys. We're in the third quarter moon, so the moon is like gaining momentum. Surrender is going to be key for you at this time. And again, that moon in reverse is talking to you about some frustration, some things that has you confused. Like for me, I have that Taurus be popping back up in my life. And over the weekend, the Taurus sent me this song. And it was so confusing because I'm like, on my way out of town, the Taurus sent me a goodbye. He was like, goodbye, have a nice life, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I don't know how many times we done did this. We done did this shit about 4 or 5 times in the last 3 months. I'm like, okay, we ain't seen each other. We ain't been together, but okay. You know, you could care for a person, but sometimes they're stuck in a program and in a loop, and they just want you to hold on to that cycle with them. And the spirit really revealed to me what was going on, and I was like, wow, this is interesting. And the thing is, what he wants is not working because the people that he wants it with, they're not in agreement. So when there's 2 or more gathered, there I am also, right? There's an agreement there. But when it's not no agreement, it's not gonna work. With that being said, I'm freeing myself from this cycle. So it's, for me, it's up from here. I'm grateful. I'm grateful that I'm not having sleepless nights. I'm grateful that I'm releasing those things that held me back. But keep in mind, the more you look back, are you looking back? Remember Lot's wife? I don't know if you guys are familiar with the story of Lot, but his wife was turned to a pillar of salt for looking back. Now, personally, I don't think that the universe turned her into a pillar of salt. Personally, I just believe that what happened in my logic is that this human being, hi Leah, this human being was so attached to the past or everything behind. She wasn't willing to move forward, so she had to stay where she was at and deal with the same suffering, right? Sometimes we can get so attached to the things, we can be so stuck to the things, and that's a really true statement. You can looking back will have you stuck sometimes, depending on what you're looking back on and what you bring back. And you say he's sticky too. So surrendering, because there's going to be some changes here, okay? Adjustments are required. You need to make adjustments. What are those adjustments? Let's take a peek. I think this is going to be in the bag. Special cards. Yeah, I really do feel like this card is in the bag. It's funny because I passed by a card that says, don't let your past hold you back. Believe in the impossible. These be having some, man, I love having oracle cards and it's just a very beautiful way to work on the healing aspects of your life, man. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know about y'all, but for me, it's been very therapeutic. It's been very healing. Okay, here we go. Third quarter. It says, think of yourself as a vessel that has been filled more and more in the past few weeks. Some of which has come your way may have been wonderful, but there's a lot of negativity you need to let go of. Whatever the situation you're asking about, be honest about whether they are toxic emotions involved, which you need to release into the ethers. Look at that. You need to ask who? You need to ask who? Not your cousin, not your friend, but yourself. Is there toxic thoughts, energy, something that is not working that I need to release? Fire signs, sun, moon, rising. Remember, these are general readings, not one-to-one readings. If the message does not fit, please do not try to make it fit, okay? We only want you to vibrate in places that you belong, okay? It says, this card also comes with the promise that all is not lost. However, there are some changes and adjustment required before you get to where you want to go. A change of course is in the forecast now, that recent events have been understood and acted upon. And there may also be a crisis now which will remind you that what you really wanted, and that what's the time to let go of, so pay attention. With the new moon, it says, I am reevaluating my situations. Your life may be out of balance, and it may be causing you issues. It may be time to hatch a new plan. Something new and exciting is around the corner. Trust may be required to move this situation forward. The teaching of the third moon quarter is that we know where we have been, but do we know where we are going? The moon is now a half moon and slipping away from us as it catches less and less light, moving towards her full appearance at the new moon. It's time for falling away, a time to reevaluate. No matter when you draw this card, the teaching is to release and to trust, which is interesting because you also have, hello, Kate. Why is that sad? Why is that sad, honey? It's a time to surrender. Surrender. I think it's a beautiful reading. Even though it might be kind of tricky, you might have some things in your life that feel a little daunting. I feel like this is a beautiful reading. Because imagine you were plagued with a sickness that you had to have your whole life. Oh, you said something else before. I'm sorry. Let me go look. He posted a pic on Insta of him watching the same movie he watched with me with another girl. Why is that sad? I keep getting the messages to surrender, and sometimes that can truly feel harder than you think. Oh, trust me. I understand. I 100% understand. But why is that sad? If you're in this space, okay, if he's with someone else, are you looking back at what y'all had? Because maybe the universe wants to bring you something better. But if the universe wants to bring you something better, why are you holding on? I got these two cups, these two bottles. One of them has a little purple tint to it, and one of them is clear. This one is more full than this one. This is what I had. This is what I desire. This is what I had. This one gives me nutrients. This one it satisfies it does the bare minimum. This one nourishes me and quenches my thirst. Now, if I pour this here, I'm gonna dilute it. And what that means is if I bring my past into this, I'm gonna dilute what is meant for me, this better version for me. And if I try to take this here, it's going to do the same thing. It's not going to, I'm going to give to this when it's not really ready to receive. You understand? When I'm able to, because I can't fit all of this in here, but I can fit all of this in here. This one isn't ready to receive all of this goodness. And it's going to spill it. It's going to run over. So it's going to be wasted. You understand? Learning to release a person that we've loved is not always easy. But connecting to the reason why you connected to them, connecting to the reason why you connected to them in the first place. Remember, if they're a mirror of me, then I can see that in myself. And then I can see if that person wasn't in alignment with me, why would I give myself that doesn't line up when I can give myself something that does? I was in a relationship with a person who wanted me to give to them a lot. And then when we broke up, he was like, don't be like Lot's wife, right? He was like, what you do for me? Oh, because you gave me money that time? What you mean that time? What about all them times? I took some L's, right? I had to look at it from a real perspective. I took some L's. I learned some lessons. Let me tell you, I had some L's. I didn't take some L's. I had some L's. I learned some lessons. I didn't take no loss because it was a lesson. It was a lesson. And I'm grateful for that lesson because it showed me just how willing I was to give so much of myself away to somebody who didn't have the ability to receive it. Where we do that at? We ain't doing that no more. So the universe showed me people in my life. Like, I kid you not. The people that came in my life after this individual. Oh my God. And I didn't even have to be in a relationship with them. I didn't even have to drop no draws for them. You understand? Like, it's just people, like friends, beautiful friendships, people who cared about me. When I tell you, when I started to surrender the idea of what I thought I had, what showed up for me was amazing. And I'm not even done yet. That's the good part. I'm not even done yet. Allow yourself the time to grieve, but move on. Who we doing next? We've already done. Hello, Karen. How are you, sweetheart? Y'all, please drop hearts in the chat for Miss Karen as she is grieving. Please drop her some beautiful, send her some beautiful butterflies. I want butterflies for her. Oh, shoot. I be forgetting to watch who came in first. Air signs, let's go. Oh, Yolanda was like, oh, y'all ain't playing. She hit air signs 3 times before the water signs hit. Air signs, let's go. If y'all looking for love, air signs, I can definitely see a little something coming in. New love coming in. King of Pentacles, everything I want. Y'all heard my little rap about the King of Pentacles. Rich bish, all in my shit. King of Pentacles, all in my mix. Y'all, I really had fun making that video, by the way. I can see some love hiding in the cut. Maybe somebody haven't played their cards, so they hang it. Thank you. Ooh, temptation. Somebody got some temptation coming in. Clarify this, please. Some of you guys are dealing with some temptation. Some of you guys could be dealing with things that are not necessarily serving your best good, guys. The devil card is here. Be mindful of what lurks on the inside. This could be addictions. It could be addiction to love, sex, money, drugs, alcohol, anything. Gluttony, food, right? She's laughing at me. I'm serious. Something that you've been fighting for, looks like. And it looks like you might be coming out on the losing end of this thing. Because what it looks like is like somebody who takes more than their share. Okay? This looks like somebody who takes more than their share. So be mindful of who you have in your circle. There's, like I said, some addictions coming out. The devil card also talks about... your desires, your wants, your lusts, the things that you lust for, right? Sometimes the devil shows up to remind you of your own personal strength. Hey, baby, you okay? No? Oh. I feel that same.
Right here?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, very strong. For the last few days. Your devil is also here telling you that you may need to have some constraint right now. There's some things that you could be bound to. When I hear the word bound to, sometimes it's little vows that you make with other people. What I mean by that is like telling people like, I will always love you, or I'll never ever meet a person as good as you, or things like that, or this is yours, or aw, thank you. Feel better, L. Jennifer say feel better. like being mindful of the spells that you put over yourself, especially concerning another person, right? It's also telling you to think about the illusions that you have, right? So sometimes, like, we look at relationships or things like that, and there could be an illusion with that person, right? Sometimes that person shows one thing, so be mindful of any narcissistic people that are showing up in your life. I'm seeing a target. So for somebody that's a target, like they literally showed me a target, like boom, you got it. Boom, you got it. So if that clicks for you, just be mindful of the illusions, the things that the facades that you allow yourself to believe, right? You might know that you're in it's like you could be lying to yourself about something, saying like, oh, I don't have a problem. Oh, I don't have a problem. The spirit is saying, yeah, but you got a problem. Okay. There's a problem here. And again, what you make agreements to, okay? Because I see with the Five of Wands here, there's something that maybe you were fighting over, fighting to stand your ground, or some sort of competition, and I can see that that's kind of like falling away. But it feels like what happened is that you ended up taking a loss with that, right? And what I mean by that, with the Seven of Swords, it's like somebody taking more than their share, right? Maybe you felt like you got over on somebody, or you got the upper hand, or I don't know. It's a really interesting kind of energy. It could also be dealing with some sort of karmic situation, because Saturn is really tied to the devil. Capricorn energy is coming through. If you're dealing with a Capricorn, perhaps this person may have deceived you, air signs, or perhaps again self-deception is really showing up, like self-deception. What did you say, or what have you done, or what are you believing that is a deception or not necessarily a truth? Okay. The devil also talks about obsession and control and materialism. So maybe the need to have things and feeling like you need to control every part of the situation. With your Five of Wands here, and remember that's a card of competition. It may have been some things that you were fighting for. Maybe you were fighting for a spot in somebody's life. Maybe you were fighting for a position, and maybe that wasn't something that was really for your best and highest good. And when I say the best and highest good, whenever you ask for something for your best and highest good, maybe you don't always understand, because I remember the scripture that says that my thoughts are not your thoughts, nor my ways your ways. When you think about your highest form of self, sometimes the way your highest self perceives things and expresses is not going to be the way that you perceive. Yeah. So for some of you guys are dealing with some avoidance. You're wanting to negotiate a better deal. Something that you've felt like you needed to control, evading, running from it, and being sneaky or taking more than your fair share. The Seven of Swords is also a card of deceit as well. So there's a lot of deception here. And this could be self-deception. That's what it feels like. It feels like maybe, again, something that you're telling yourself, or a belief that you have. And it may not be as... why is you showing me this walrus? What is the representation? What is the representation of a walrus? I don't know. Let me see. Walrus. Spiritual. All right. The walrus talks about risk-taking, being valuable to others, addressing illnesses via the whole body, holistic healing, preferring what you can sense over what you hear. Let me repeat that. So when it comes to the walrus, it talks about taking risk. And the devil does talk about taking risk. Okay. Taking risk could be valuable. Addressing illnesses in the body, holistic health management, or preferring what you can sense over what you hear. We're currently on fire sign. We're currently on air signs. Thank you, Cindy, for being here. The walrus also says it moves effortlessly in water and can teach us to ride the emotional waves that are inevitable in our life, to pick our battles wisely when we are in a defensive mode. Pick your battles. which this card also represents like taking more than your fair share. And this also is a card of picking your battles, or the way you stand up for yourself for the competition, right? The walrus also symbolizes as a power animal. It says shamans tell us that walrus spirit is the keeper of ancient knowledge. So perhaps there's a need for you to kind of go into ancient knowledge and wisdom, maybe for some healing, maybe for to heal yourself from addictions. If you have like addictions, there's a herb called iboga that you can utilize. I am not a doctor. I'm gonna repeat that, but iboga it helps with addictions. It is a hallucinogen, so just be mindful of that. It's not illegal, as far as I know. You have to do your own research. That's something that you would have to do, but it also talks about the wars looms larger than life in our awareness, and also two tongues, reminding us the value of seeing the bigger picture. So seeing things as they really are. And sometimes when we think about the devil, there's an illusion, right? Which is what we were talking about. Sometimes there's an illusion, a fear, or something that seems bigger than what it is. So that's how addiction happens, to be honest. The initial taste of a certain thing that helps you to get to this place feels so good and so big that it makes you want to come back and do it again. I was like that when it comes to spirituality. Every time I learn something more, I get addicted. It's like come on, let's get more. I want more. So with that being said, it's just being mindful. It's being mindful of the things that kind of hold you, right? The things that because they were showing me this walrus for a reason, and I'm like, okay, let me address this walrus. And I feel like that's really big, because it's telling you that you have this innate power in wisdom, ancient wisdom that's within you, that can help you dissolve illusions and do healing, and really it's a really good energy. So I'm really feeling it. But Spirit is saying, don't take more than your fair share. Don't take too much. Just take enough. Only and pay attention to what's being offered, right? Seven of Swords upright can also talk about betrayal or deception and responsibility. So again, not taking too much, not taking and again, I was saying, like, this is somebody who takes. So you could be dealing with people in your life that, especially if this is like a relationship type of situation, perhaps somebody has an illusion or is giving you a facade. Like I said, it's very much giving a narcissistic energy here. And perhaps you could have been dealing in a situation that could have felt very like I'm dealing with a lot of competition. And this doesn't have to be just a physical relationship or romantic relationship. This could be a family dynamic where somebody is trying to rule you and tell you how to live your life. It could be a parent. All of these things apply. And Spirit is saying, don't be deceived. Utilize your gifts. Pay attention. Right now it's saying, take a break. There's something that's happening in your life. Take time to breathe. Take time to breathe. Take time to breathe. Take time to breathe. Okay. Let's go in this way. Okay. It says the intensity of the full moon has abated, and what we are left with, that's what this card is asking you. It suggests that the situation you're asking about has now peaked, and it's time for you to regroup and learn from your experiences. It's time for you to regroup and learn from your experiences rather than blindly forging ahead. Don't just keep going, doing something. Don't take too much. I know what I'm going to be doing for the next few days, my unplanned vacation. I understand. Have faith that what is happening is for your best. Try to accept the way things are now and give yourself and others time out to relax. Breathe. We can't be on all the time. And if you feel like you've hit an obstacle or even failed in some kind of way, now is the time to reflect on what you can do differently the next time. And there's a real, like here it says, be honest with yourself. If you feel bad about a current situation, remind yourself that life goes in cycles. And it really does, guys. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but we all have moments where things are really so good in our life. But we also have moments where we feel like, man, life is really hammering me right now. The key to success here is to be grateful in all seasons, right? I was with a friend this weekend, and we were in this Airbnb, and it was beautiful. Like, it was decorated beautifully. It had a nice big tub, and I was like, I'm taking a bath in that thing, you know, because I don't do hotels, but it was nice and it was new, and I was like, I'm gonna get in there. And it probably had some booty cheeks in it before, but I was still getting it, and I got in it. And what I did was complain about my tub. My tub in my house is like a baby tub, right? That's what I said. I said, I got a baby tub at home. I said, so it felt so good to be able to like stretch out in this tub. Well, my tub serves me. My tub in my home serves me. So just that quick, I was dissing or dismissing something that serves me. And how quickly we do that, right? Oh, I had this job, but this one is so much better. Well, that job served a purpose. I'm going to be grateful. Hey, Alessandra, how are you? If I'm grateful for the little things, the universe makes me ruler over many, right? It was also humbling, because I'm telling you, the universe can show you in ways that you like, man, I could show you something. Like, I could show you something. So be grateful. Be grateful. Just because I'm showing you something that is aesthetically pleasing doesn't mean that this doesn't have value too. Remember that in all the seasons of your life. Just because this one isn't aesthetically pleasing doesn't mean that it doesn't have value. You know? When we were kids and we ran outside and played around in the dirt, it didn't mean that we were bad kids or good kids because we played in the dirt. We were still the same person. We're still the same kid. We still have the same value. We still have value, right? It doesn't have to look a certain way for it to have value. And even if it's a circumstance that doesn't feel good, it can still have value. Getting broken up with or being cheated on doesn't feel good, right? Losing a job doesn't feel good. Getting sick doesn't feel good. But what are you learning in that moment? Like, maybe I need to eat different. Maybe I need to choose different. Maybe I need to choose me a little bit more. Maybe I need to be clear about what it is that I want. All of those things are lessons all of those L's are winning, right? They're winning L's. They're winning. So why not? Let's get you one more card. Be mindful of the people that's in your life, though. Be mindful, because somebody could be coming to take from you. Somebody could be having some deceit here. Especially if it looks like in a relationship, right? They took me back. Especially if you're in love or starting love, because that showed up. They showed me the love at the beginning. So the devil here, you know, that temptation. What is your driving reason for what are you doing? Like, be mindful, right? Take a breath. Hold on. Calm down. Sit your ass down somewhere. For those who are not from the country, you don't know sit your ass down. But, you know, for those of you who are from the country, y'all know it. My mama say, as long as it's in the Bible, it's not a cuss word. So, ass is in the Bible, so I can say it. Look at that right now. Sit your ass down right now. It says, stay in the present moment, okay? And don't get too far ahead of the flow. You'll soon trust that nothing more will come than can be handled in each moment. And I really love that for you. Maybe right now, because it feels like there's some disappointment here. Again, illusion, some feelings that don't feel nice. And maybe you haven't seen it yet. Maybe it's still in the process. You have time to change things around, okay? You have changed. We're going to send love to all of our air signs. Y'all, let's send some air sign love out. Put chat in the chat. Yellow hearts for my air signs. Yellow chat. In the chat, put yellow hearts for all of my air signs, please. Sending out love to all of my air signs who are going through any type of situation in this moment that doesn't necessarily feel good. We're sending you lots of love and healing. Sending you beautiful healing energy. Thank you, Spirit, for your grace and mercy. For your knowledge and wisdom. For allowing us to see. That you learn anything that you need to learn with ease and with flow. That you're in the present moment and that you stay present. That you stay present. Thank you for sending the yellow. we go. Hey, Mama Bear. Here we go, y'all. I love y'all. Sending you guys lots of love and prayers as y'all get through these addictions or these temptations, right? These things that are trying to you know, still. I did too. They had to try to come up in here and deceive you or trick you or whatever. Be present whenever that energy comes out. Be present. Be mindful. Okay. You'll trust that nothing more will come that can be handled. So you'll have the patience and the energy that you need to sustain whatever is happening in this moment. So be mindful to take some time and breathe. Okay. Last but not least, water signs. Let's go, sweethearts. Let's go. Water signs. Where y'all at? Elle, I'm doing water. Thank you, Becky, with the good hair. Grand Rising, Mama Bear. So good to see you. Miss Sue. Thank you so much. Deborah, how are you? Like I said earlier in the live, this week and this week only, with the exception of Wednesday, I am doing discounted readings in honor of my beautiful sunshine, the goddess. I'm doing 22 readings. This week I'm taking only 4 sessions this week per day. So 4 today, 4 Tuesday, 4 Thursday, 4 Friday. And that's it. We will have have you considered what God would have for you by judging other people? Have you considered pulling the beam out of your own eye because you just made an assumption about me that these are lies? Why would they? Why would that be? Have you ever tried divination before? Have you ever considered it? God didn't send you to warn me. I have my own relationship with God. Anything God want to say to me, God can say directly to me. 100%. 100%. Okay, Miss Deborah. 100%. That's how God is. God is omnipresent. He don't need you to send you to warn me. You know? We live in a quantum world. You understand? Maybe go try that on a baby Christian or somebody. That shit don't work on me. Get out of here. Bye, Felicia. It can see a little hole. Have a nice day, sweetheart. I'm sending you love because, you know, I remember when I used to do the same thing to people, you know, and I don't want people to have the spirit of fear. No. Well, according to the Bible, we have all sinned and fallen short. So if I'm a sinner, you a sinner. Before you come trying to pull the beam out my eye, go ahead and pull the mote out of your own, honey. For real. Stop with this fear rhetoric. Do you understand what that does to people? Do you know how much fear keeps people in bondage? Your goal should be teaching people to love, not to fear. God is a God of love. You understand? God is a God of love, not fear. God is a God of respect. Our creator created all things. Even the religion that you believe in. You understand? You're right. I'm good. But I just hate that fear rhetoric, you know? I really do. Like, people don't need that. People already been scarred. You know what I'm saying? People have so many scars from the church. And they don't even realize. You know? This a healing place. This a place where people come and get loved on and respected. You know? I think he gone anyway. I didn't block him. He has his own demons to deal with. Or her. Sometimes they be having fake accounts because they don't want people to really see who they are. I'm sorry, Kelly. Sending you love for your mom, sweetheart. Thank you for sharing your energy with us. Water signs, let's go. I be wanting to send love, but they be riling up my fire. giving me clarity for my water signs. I know. Right. Right. Got it. It's okay. He ain't gonna be able to see it no more. It's done. I was trying to give him grace. Okay. Clear. Let me tell y'all something. I done put this card back in the deck 3 different times and it came back out. So this is y'all card. It's actually Virgo energy, which is ironic because we just left a moon, the Virgo moon. So for my water signs, I know, I'm telling you. Because I wasn't sure that it had popped out, and then I was talking to that dude and it popped out again. But it's no, it's a good card. It's the Hermit. It's nothing wrong with the Hermit. It's just taking some time to reevaluate your life. It's so funny because it looked like Moses on this card. I should have let him stay while I talk about how Moses delivered his people by going he was the shit bricks. Goodness, the Hermit card is here, and it's just a time for you to right. But don't he look at it? For those who know, who had one of them Bibles that, like, I had a kitty Bible that had the pictures, and so like somebody's imagery, this is what Moses looked like, right? So he would have been like, what? Okay. So a couple things here. There's some things that, it's funny how he used Psalm 110, 1110, and I saw 110, angel number. I thought he used Proverbs. It don't even matter, but I was just like, whatever. People want to try to, you know, tell you what you need to do and how to live, and you know, go grow a tree and give back to the earth. Go love on the earth, you know. Go hug a tree. So for my water signs right now, what I'm seeing is the Lovers in reverse, clarifying this Hermit card. So some of you guys could be dealing with a love situation that feels like it's not moving. It's sad. Did you really? It feels like maybe there's a breaking away, especially if this is like a desert siren, especially if this is like maybe like a soulmate connection, or even a twin flame type of connection, or where you felt like this is your soulmate and there's this pulling apart, right? What I'm seeing though, more importantly, is really the mirror image, because to me, the Lovers card is always going to be, and I say always, but it's indicative of that self-love, right? It's indicative of literally the mirror, because this represents the mirror. So we got Virgo, we got Gemini coming through in this reading right now with the Two of Pentacles here. And the Two of Pentacles, you're balancing. There's a lack of balance, either in the way you treat yourself or the way you're connecting with other people, the mirrors in your life. There's something that's off kilter or off balance or out of balance is what I'm seeing. The interesting part though is that it's time for you. What Spirit is wanting you to do is really go inward and see how that balance needs to be adjusted. This could be a work balance, right? This could be a work-home life balance, because we're looking at, you know, Lovers is going to be at home, and then Pentacles is your work. There could be something out of balance with that, where you feeling like maybe you're either giving too much or doing too much. Yeah, you're doing too much. And so looking for solutions on the inside. I'm also thinking, in looking at your rooting, guys, looking and seeing roots here. So how are these situations deeply rooted within you? Things that you have been holding on for a really long time. I'm also seeing that there's a complementary energy here. So what I'm seeing, again, yellow and purple are those complementing colors. Well, crown and solar plexus. Am I determined? Am I giving myself the determination? Am I truly disciplined? Am I honoring myself? Am I honoring my disciplines? Am I doing the things? And Spirit is saying, like, take some time to really go in and reevaluate, or to evaluate how you're utilizing your time, or the people in your life, how you're utilizing your resources, also how you're coming together with the connections in your life. Are you spending enough adequate time with yourself? Are you having a healthy diet? Are you eating nutritiously? Are you overgiving in connections? Are you overgiving in connections? What else for my water sign spirit? For their best and highest good. I definitely see that it's time for you to, okay, so there's some inner child healing. Like I said, going deep into the roots. It could feel like there's some loss here, right? Some of you guys could be feeling loss. There's a time for you to offer. Hello, Tanya. It's so good to see you. It's been a while. Kenna Johnson, hello. And then delusion here, right? Some of you guys could be delusional about some things, like not looking at things from a clear perspective. With the delusion here, it says intention without surrender can be a fast pace to delusion. Having an intention without surrendering the intention. How do I make that make sense? Yes, we're currently on water signs. Last sign of the day. Making sure that whatever you're offering into spirit is that something that can be returned to you in love. Some of you guys could be experiencing loss of like finances or love, or even a loss of yourself. It says sometimes you learn true offering through loss. It says you make a passionate invitation for love to take over and bring her own plan instead of your ego's plan. And it's interesting because it came out with the true offering. True offering takes what can be an unbearable cross and returns it to love. Ironically, it talks about bearing the cross after we had the little Bible muncher up in here. And then again, we talk about delusion. So looking at things from a clear perspective. And that makes sense, because if the Hermit is here, there's some things that you're not looking at with clarity. I'm looking at situations either with the rose-colored glass, or I'm making a pass, or I'm making exceptions, or I'm even being delusional with myself. And that's why these cards are here. It's really time. Happy birthday, sweetheart. Happy birthday. It's time for you to really take the opportunity to release, right? Release what's no longer serving you. What you felt like was a loss is really allowing you to use it as an offering. And here with the inner child, it's digging deeper into those scars that you've had since a childhood. The inner child is asking to be heard. So somewhere deep inside, there's an inner child that you need to consult with. Allow me to give compassion and love to that little one. Let me attend to its deepest needs and its feelings. Some of you guys could be doing spiritual bypassing, meaning that you've learned some techniques that you are utilizing and you're bypassing the child. And the child is like, I am here and I need to be heard. Your inner child is asking for a voice or a seat at the table. Let her be heard. Let him be heard. Open up your heart. Spend that quality time with the inner version of yourself so that you can have clarity and hear. The Two of Pentacles is asking you to have some financial and emotional, some emotional balance when it comes to your life. It's also giving you some insight on where you're neglecting either yourself, or you're a little bit disorganized or unpredictable. And remember, I was telling you, we have the purple and the yellow, which are your complements on the color wheel. On the wheel, they're opposite of each other. How can I use this opposite energy to learn from, right? How can I use my mirror to learn, right? I want you to think about it from this perspective. From a human being, each person in your life is literally a figment of your imagination. Yes, we're physical matter, right? But the relationship that you have with each person is all in here. Because there is no way that you can ever know what a person really thinks and feel. Even when you're clairvoyant and clairaudient and you can do telepathy, you can have moments where you can feel their energy, But truth be told, how they process and how they communicate with themselves, and that thing is revealed over time. But how they feel about you, and you take what they're communicating to you, and what you feel, what you hear, what you see. Those are all you. It's all you. I can tell you all day long, I love you. I love you. I love you. I care about you. But what if I never put any action to it? Would you believe me? If I were your parent and I told you every single day that I loved you, but I didn't buy you clothes and I didn't buy you food, but I told you I loved you, would you find that I was a little deceitful? Could you trust me? That relationship that you have with me is based on your own perception. And that's based on what a person is saying and or doing in that given moment. So when you give your child, your inner child, a seat at the table, it's an opportunity for you to really hear. And that's what Spirit is saying with the Hermit card. Go deeper. Go deeper. Go deeper. Go deep. I can go deeper. Go deeper. Right? Don't bypass this. Yes, it hurt. Maybe I was dealing as a child with some traumatic shit. It's okay. Don't bypass this. That's what they're saying. Don't skip over the good part. Right? Don't throw your vegetables away and only eat the meat. Eat everything because it all has value, right? This might be a good time for you to make an offering. I don't know if you guys do any of those things, but offering here is something that you really love. And an offering doesn't have to be like you're sitting at an altar and you're like, oh my God, this is what I want you to have, blah, blah, blah. No, an offering could just be, I'm going to go serve today. I'm going to go feed the homeless. That's an offering. Right? It's a kindness out of my heart that I'm giving to another person. I'm releasing it. I'm not holding on to it. I'm not looking. I'm not having an expectation for this thing to be done back to me. And it's a really important piece when you think about the Lover's card, because a lot of times in our relationships, and that's why this balance is off in both of these cards, a lot of times we have an expectation that somebody has to do something back. Oh, you did this for me, I have to do this back for you. Or I did this for you, you need to do this back for me. But if it's a true offering, I'm not expecting somebody to do it back for me. I just know that whatever I give from a pure intention come back to me anyway. By the way, I can't tell y'all yet. We'll talk about it later this week. With that being said, it's a great time for you to truly go inward, looking at the messages that you receive for your inner child. And you can just write a quick note, inner child, what is it that you're wanting to say? And which one? What, you already opened the lid, Eve? What? Yeah, I did, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put the top back on it. As I sip my water. I am. I'm gonna tell y'all one day this week though. I gotta finish. I already know what it is. The Spirit told me what to do this rising. But when I announce it, it's gonna be dope. Because Spirit, I told Spirit what I wanted, and I said I want to make sure I have the right audience, right? Meaning I want to make sure that this offering that I'm doing is that it's meant for the audience. Meaning I don't want people to just I don't want to attract anybody that isn't here to grow, if that makes sense. And that's not y'all. That's not what I'm saying. But when I make the announcement, it will attract certain people. And so I want to be mindful that when I do make the announcement and I do talk about it, that I'm able to see with my inner wisdom who and what needs this offering. 2 cards fell out for y'all. Look at that. It's a time to give rather than take. And it's also a time for healing. It's a time to give rather than take. It's so funny because look at that. Some of you guys may feel like giving is a loss. And some of you guys may be truly dealing with a loss. Sometimes you learn true offering through loss. You may make a compassionate or passionate invitation for love to take over and bring her own plan instead of an ego's plan. So water sign, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, it's time for you to give. It's time for you to really go deeper. With this Lovers in reverse, is it unequal in my giving? Is it an equal give and take? Am I looking at myself honestly? There might be some healing work within my inner being. My inner child needs some healing to go through. And with the new moon in Virgo, look at that. Look at the synchronicities here. Y'all see that? We got Virgo here. We got Virgo here. Like, that's really big. So I would also look at your Virgo placements. If you are a water sign, also look at your Virgo placements, okay? Because it's time for you to give rather than take. It's time for you to give back. Maybe you've been used to receiving. It's time for you to really go deeper and understand and make a true offering. Be generous, be giving, loving, right? And also looking at how in the ways that you're not giving to yourself, how you're not loving yourself, having some time to tap in with that inner child, okay? A time for healing. A time for healing. I feel like it's this way. Have faith in your dreams. Here we go. Yeah, a time for healing. It says, pulling this card suggests that the past is in the past and a bright future is beckoning. However, before you take the next step, make sure both you and the situation feel healed. This is not the time to paper over the cracks. Like I told you, spiritual bypass. I told you that bypassing came out. That's so funny. You can't bypass things. You got to heal it because it'll show up later. You don't want that. You don't want to bring the past into your present. You don't want to do that. You know? Happy memories, yes. Positive things that will help you grow. Absolutely. Somebody has really resonated with this message because they're showing me like, they're actually showing me your thighs. Like you might be feeling the chills in your thighs or whatever. You might feel really strange, or it could be in your sacral region, also your root. So it's okay. It's okay. And they're showing me that there's a lot of sadness in there, but you'll heal that. It won't stay. That I'm seeing that it won't stay. Like what I feel, this energy that I'm feeling for you, Virgo. Somebody with a Virgo placement, Virgo moon, or heavy Virgo in their chart. Even though this is a water sign reading, I want my Virgo people to pay attention as well. There's something here for you to heal on that inner child, and giving and receiving and learning to receive, learning to give, being more balanced in your giving and receiving, okay? Also, it's not the time to paper over the cracks or simply pretend that everything is okay. Rather, you still need a little bit more time to heal and soothe yourself, both yourself and anyone else in need. Then remind yourself that anything is possible if you believe it. And I truly believe that. When they say that, and I remember them saying this as a kid, hey, that anything is possible. Like, I believe that. Like, you can find I don't know, a visual of something that you desire or you want to experience. Universe will show it to you, will bring it to you. I believe that wholeheartedly because the universe has been showing me things so rapidly. And I'm not talking about like little time. I'm talking about quickly. Like anything is possible. Like if you want to be a singer, anything is possible. I'm not saying that it's not going to require some work, but baby, you could do it. Like there's nothing stopping you. And that could also be some of the things that you are healing, because from the childhood wounding that you're experiencing, somebody may have said something like, oh, you'll never be that. Like when I was probably 18, my first boyfriend. I really, really, really loved my first boyfriend. He was fine as hell, y'all. He was big and buff and just, oh my God, he was fine, y'all. And I remember we broke up and we got back together, and he was like, go back to Houston and we're going to get married. And I was telling my sister's dad, and he was like, that nigga ain't gonna marry you. He did. I said the N-word. My friend tells me not to say that. But that's exactly what he said to me. He ain't gonna marry you. And the 4 agreements tell us to not take things personal and to not make agreements that don't belong to us. Meaning I didn't have to accept his version. And I could have been really married to this man and living my best life with him. I don't know, because I agreed. I allowed his words. I allowed the words that he spoke over my life to reign for me. You understand? Like, I let his word. So that's what I mean by the inner child healing. I let his words take precedent over the voice of my inner self, my higher self, for any of those things. And that happens. You know what I'm saying? It happens. And sometimes we don't even remember the little things that our family and friends, even friends, people we grew up with, you ain't smart enough to be in that group. Why they put you in there? And then you start doubting yourself. And you're like, I don't know why I'm always second guessing myself when I'm trying to make a decision. I feel like I can't make a decision. I feel like I got to second guess my. That's why. Because you held on to it. You made agreement with it. Release it. Release it. Release it. Release the agreement that you have made with people that don't serve you. And sometimes that means, like, even when I take it back to this lost card, sometimes I'm gonna have to sever some relationships, right? I'm gonna have to sever some. Why? Because those people. And sometimes people be living in your, like, in your space, and you don't even know they're stored in your body. Here it says, this is also a time to surrender and wait and hear guidance. Isn't that what the hermit was saying to you? Surrender. Go inward. Where do I need to make adjustments? Where do I need to hear? Right? Water signs, like, I need to make some adjustments. I need to make them quick. It says powerful insights can be held if you know that something or someone really isn't good for you. This card is a reminder to surrender. Start work on your behalf. Remember, the Lover's in reverse is saying, and I'm not looking at the mirror image. I'm bypassing this. It is time for you to truly see what's in front of you. Maybe you're being fooled by something. Maybe something is really hiding from you. Perhaps you're hiding. You know, maybe your intentions aren't pure. Only you know. It says it's time to let go of the past. When one is healed, all are healed. And it says you are about to turn the corner. So you need some time to heal. Think about how a situation would look if everyone were healed. Think about a situation if everyone was healed. Like, if I think about the tourist, and if that tourist was truly standing in this power and saw the beauty in their own heart, they wouldn't need, by definition, so many people to try to fill their cup, because they know their cup is full, and they know that they have the ability to help other people fill their cup without worry and fear. Can you imagine what it looks like if everyone were healed? And what if you held space for that? It's a time to give rather than take. Like I said, there's a lot of Virgo energy in this reading. A lot. So I would check, if you're a water sign, check your Virgo placements. And if you are a Virgo, sun, moon, or rising, please pay attention to the reading. There is something in here for you. Only take what resonates, though. Okay? So that's what I have for my water signs. That's what I have for you today. Thank you guys for being patient and coming back with me. I am so grateful. I love you all. I truly do. I enjoy this space, and I hope you do too. If you know somebody who can benefit from this group, please send them my way. Share out the live, share the love. We appreciate that. And these will be posted on YouTube. So if you haven't followed me on YouTube, go ahead and click the link in my bio and watch the videos and leave a comment. Thank you. Watch the videos and leave a comment. Let me know if this content feels good, if the messages feel good, if there's something that you want to see, if there's something that you want to learn. If I have the knowledge, I will share it with you. If you want to book a personal session with me, go ahead and inbox me. I got you. Love you guys. Bye.